So now for our viewers, this is the market at intraday, Nigeria's stock market. It gained more than about 303 billion naira at the close of Thursday's trading session, which was, of course, the first trading day after the May Day holiday. And for the market, that is so far 0.55% month to date. But at the close of today's trading session, we will see if that will be an addition or will be a pullback. But so far, for year to date, the market is about 32.08% for Nigeria's stock markets. For the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, the JSE index is in the green, as well as the other market that we see for Egypt. The market is very much in the green, 3.34%, while for Kenya Stock Exchange, it made a gain in contrast to what it closed on Tuesday. So for Thursday, it went up by 1.54%, and then that is as at Thursday's trading session. So for that's in a nutshell for the markets at intraday. Now we're also talking about the fixed income market for Nigeria, where we see a bearish trading for the Treasury bills market. The Treasury bills market activities there, it remained bearish. That's because the average yield there expanded at about by 25 basis points to 22.4% for Thursday's close. And then for the FGM bond market, it closed on a bullish note. Average yield there declined by about 2 basis points. There you can see on your board there, we were talking about the bonds market. On the FMDQ, where all these are traded, as at Thursday's trading session, we had a total number of 29 of that debt instrument traded for about 28.6 billion naira. And the highest contributor there, as you can see on your board, is the 22nd of January 2026 paper, with a price of about 19.25 kobo. That's the price high. And then the total value carried out there, 11.6 billion naira. For the Treasury bills market, we talked about the bearish sentiments there. We had the highest concentration on the 25th of April paper 2025, that's for next year, which was a major contributor to a total of 20 deals carried out there for 8.55 billion naira. Now, let's talk more about the intraday, the fixed income market, talking about the review as well as the intraday analysis and the outlook for what we'll be having for today and for the rest of the month of May. Let's bring in Caleb Alimi, Chief Dealer.
Just before you bring in your guests to the conversation, we have to get to Akwa Ibom State. Just a couple of minutes. So to our viewers, our DSTV viewers, we're going to Akwa Ibom State, where there's the commissioning of the Idua Road in Eket. Eket is in Akwa Ibom State, Eket local government area. So you get that. That's for our viewers on DSTV, but for other platforms, that's for the domestic platform and the UK platform. We will continue on Business Incorporated. Just stay with us. So Anete, back to you with your guests.
Okay, so now let's bring in Caleb Alimi, Chief Dealer at Providence Bank, for details of the fixed income market, particularly at intraday, but first starting with the Thursday's trading. Hello, Caleb Alimi.
Hi, Anita. Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so now you're welcome back from the May Day holiday, and then can you give us the details about yesterday? I did that presentation, but you're the dealer there. Tell us more about the starting of the month of May for the fixed income markets.
The month of May, kicked off a bit more interesting than how April ended. April was plagued with a lot of liquidity squeeze. We had the interbank space was largely negative for the most of May. For the most of April. However, towards the end of May, like yesterday and today, we've seen a bit of improvement. That is what has been, accounting for the bearish sentiments you've seen in the Treasury bill space, where, banks are trying to, create additional liquidity to meet their obligations by selling off Treasury bills. And that's why you've seen yields or rates on the Treasury bill, continue to inch upwards. Intraday, the sentiments remain the same. Like I said, liquidity has slightly improved. However, it can be better. And that's why we continue to see banks continue to, offer their Treasury bills at higher rates so that they can get liquidity to meet obligations as they fall due. On the bond space, it's been largely quiet. Here you can see that there's been some activity on the short term. That's largely because we also think maybe there's a those are bargain yields. The prices are record lows, and that's why you could see some investors coming at that short end of the curve, 26s, 27s, and thereabouts. But today, we've continued to see activity at that short end of the curve as well. The long end of the curve has been very, very quiet. Recently, the DMO just released the auction calendar for the rest of for May and June, and there's been a bit of modification there. One of the papers that was offered before the February 2034 has been replaced with a new 9-year paper, which will make its debut at this month of May, sometime in 2 weeks' time when the auction holds. So those are the things that the market is basically reacting to at intraday.
Okay, so that's for the debt instrument, but now let's talk a bit about the foreign exchange markets, where on Thursday we saw the Naira making a pullback from a slight gain, which it had. It closed on Thursday, 1,402 Naira 67 kobo against the dollar. So now, how is it for the intraday numbers, particularly at NAFEM as well as NAFEX, the Autonomous Foreign Exchange Market Fixing?
But the Naira has moderately strengthened. There's still demand for the greenback, and the more there's demand for the greenback, we see a bit of weakening on the side of the Naira, right? So there continues to be demand for the greenback, but Naira has, traded around the same levels as it traded yesterday from the NAFEM window. We expect it to end the week this week, because typically, towards the end of the week, on Fridays, we see, fewer activities. But once come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we see a lot more activities at the beginning of the week. But as we, get to the end of the week, activity begins to taper down. We expect that to continue, to happen, for NAFEM, for Naira to close about the same rate as it closed yesterday.
Interesting. So, Caleb, I think we'll leave it there and then have our focus on other markets as the day progresses. So thank you so much for your analysis.
You're welcome. Thank you.